So we're here at Singapore FinTech Festival. I'm here with Sherry Chia, who is from the National Bank of Cambodia. Thank you very much for joining us here today.
Thank you for inviting.
No problems at all. Perhaps you could just give me, to start with, a little bit of a background on yourself and your role within the bank.
So I'm the Director General of the National Bank of Cambodia, which is the country's central bank, and I'm in charge of the policies and payment system, as well as the operation of the bank as well.
Wonderful. Okay. And one of the things that we're really keen on learning from the FinTech Times and the FinTech Power 50 is the differences between the westernized financial institutions and the Asia financial institutions. So what are the general sort of challenges and things that the National Bank is looking at the moment?
So I think in Cambodia and probably in many countries in this part of the world, we have an issue with financial inclusion. We're trying to get people to have a proper bank account and access to formal financial services, which I believe in the Western world, this is not really an issue for you. Everyone will have a bank account. So in this regards, it's in Cambodia in particular, we have the banking industry serving the affluent segment and the corporates in the economy, and then you've got the microfinance who provide micro lending to people in the rural area, lower segment of the market, and then you've got the payment service provider who provide e-wallet, money transfer to the people. We have in Cambodia, we have 16 million populations. Mobile penetration is more than 100%. So we have 20 mobile phone subscription, and so mobile phone in a way is a great. We want, as a central bank, we want to take the opportunity to take advantage of this. So we've been working very closely with the payment service provider and how to bring them together and have them be able to speak the same language, so they're system-wise, speak the same language as the bank, so that we can connect e-wallet holder and bank account with each other.
Together. So I read on some of the research we were looking at before that you're looking at blockchain solutions to enable this as well.
Yeah, so we've launched a pilot project on a backbone payment system using blockchain technology. And I mean, if I were to tell you it's payment system, you wouldn't bother to ask more. But then the moment I said blockchain technology, everyone get excited about it. That's fine. So basically, what we're trying to do is to the central bank will issue a national wallet for the users, and then everyone, because they're on the same platform, on the same wallet, will be able to talk to each other and make transactions and remittances. So now, how does it work? So banks would banks will surrender their fiat money to the central bank, their fiat money to the central bank, and their fiat money to the central bank, and the central bank will, in exchange, credit their electronic. So if it's an individual, it will be your e-wallet, but for banks, I would say e-vault in a way. So banks will hold that. So in terms of money supplies, it's one-to-one, it's nothing is changed. Now, banks will hold that tokenized fiat money. They can now sort of issue it to the end users. So if you are a customer and you want to be able to use that, you can walk into a bank and say, I want to withdraw cash, and you take the paper note, bank note, put it in your leather wallet. Or you can say, I want my money go into my e-wallet. So you can then ask the bank to issue from their e-vault that goes into their e-wallet, and then you can transact. Now, the e-wallet that the consumer will be holding would be the very one that the central bank has been providing. So because they're on the same electronic wallet, then the money can flow from one to another very easily. So now banks will be able to talk to each other through this channel. Payment service provider would also be able to incorporate our application through API into their existing wallets and allow people to use our platform for cross institutions payment or transfer.
Okay. And with regards to opening that bank account, have you changed any of the policies or the procedures in opening that account? Have you made that easier to do?
We'll make it, I mean, in terms of the KYC, we'll make it much simpler and easier. What are they going to do with it is at the whole level of policy that we need to look at.
More about changing consumer behaviour rather than changing consumer behaviour, rather than throwing.
So, but it's also so much happening, and the pace that we manage to solve some of those problems is just unbelievable.
Yeah, it's one of the things that I've seen quite a bit, obviously coming from more of the western side of things, based in Europe. You can see the rate of change and growth of the Asian market, especially in Southeast Asia, has been phenomenal. Which is a testament, I think, to forward-thinking banks like yourselves that are actually willing to embrace new ideas and new technologies.
Yeah, I think it's just happened that we have problems that we want to solve.
Yeah.
And it also happened that there's technology available out there to solve. So we'll just go to that. I think in the western part, and I grew up having my life in the western part as well, is that everything is everything is so comfortable. There's this complacency that that's it, we've got it, that's fine, just let it roll as usual. But here you have nothing, so you want to make things. It's either you go for it and test it and try it, or you have nothing. So there's nothing to lose. So what I'm trying to say. There was a lot of question to me about why I mentioned it on the stage as well, why is it a small country like Cambodia dare to take the first move in adopting blockchain, whereas many are just sort of looking into it. And I said, well, we have nothing to start with, and so it fell, but it can't be perfect. I mean, Titanic sank on its first sail, right? But if we don't sell, then we wouldn't know if it sank. So I mean, our approach is that let's just sell, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, then we'll do something else. But
it's an advantage in some ways to have a blank canvas which to build something new on, rather than a lot of historical legacy systems and financial.
So this is an exciting part of the world to be in right now.
We could probably talk about this for many